But basically here I'm just going to be explaining, like, this is going to basically just be maybe a series of me, like, modding in this plane, seeing how it's going to work, explaining where I'm at. Maybe it's a progress thing. Maybe it's just me raging the entire time and showing why this is going to take a long time. But, do I even need that here? Probably. Probably not. No, I don't. So, uh, this is basically what you're looking at if I set my ops correctly. Is it recording? It is. Okay. So, this is basically the code that is going to basically create the game object. So what we're doing right now is we're not actually making it to the point where, like on the vehicle select screen, you can like choose the A15. Right now, we're just gonna put it into the game, like we're just dropping a Skittle into a bowl or something, right? So, if I am to just try and explain this really quickly, this is the paths of the assets, which is this folder, which we will populate. Why is this thing working on it? There's nothing in the folder. Populate, and a second, this is just a little check if everything works. This is, I only put like soup stuff like this, so I can just control F, search for it fast, even though I could literally just search for the phrase, but, you know. Uh, Scene loaded is basically checking if we're in a scene where like the players, like we're in a playable scene, to say. Like, in a scene where the AB42C can be driven, or the FA26, or the F45, right? So, and then it's gonna start the coroutine, create a plane. A coroutine, basically just think of it as what we're doing. Okay, we're just gonna basically do everything in this chunk of code. We don't really need to go, like, explain this too much, because it's not really, we're not gonna use it like a coroutine, we're using it like a function. So, yeah. Now, well, basically, if we go in here and the scenario is not ready, it's not going to do anything. I guess we are using like a coroutine if we're putting yield return. We need. Anyways, moving on. So, null check, obviously, if you couldn't make the game object. Well, I guess if the asset can even be found. So, this is going to get the thing, the player's game object. Are we using player? We are. This is going to make the A15 go into the game. This is actually no. This is just loading the file that contains the A15, which you'll see here in a second. Spoilers. This is going to put it into the game. This will just put it in the player.log that we have spawned the. I should probably put like an A15F here. By the way, I didn't write this code. Marshmallow, who made the mod loader, wrote all this. I'm just reusing it. So thanks to him, my dude. Just alright, so, and then this is just getting the actor. This is the A15, it does have actor. I'm probably just put it. Yep, so they were just gonna tell the target manager, hey, put this in, in a list that contains all the actors so that we can slew the debug cam to it. This is gonna slew the player cam to it. So when my VR headset isn't plugged in, if you couldn't tell, but if I did have it plugged in, we would be able to go in VR, and it would be very glitchy. Let me tell you, I've tried it. Not worth it. Don't do that. This is gonna try to find the ejector seat. We aren't really using. Oh, okay. It's gonna be a cam rig, but I don't think this has the ejector seat. Does it? It doesn't. This is on. I'll get to that when we get to that. This is gonna say we move the camera rig and law. It's gonna tell. It's basically I wrote this, so tell me that. This code. Where did the actor code go? Where did the target man? Yep. So this code worked. So then it's gonna basically log everything in the list of all actors, right? So if this is added to this list, then this should appear when I do this, right? Right. You're confused. I know. I'm bad at explaining things. Moving along, now we get to this. this is the plane, and this is the F-26. So here we got the plane. It's being kind of buggy and stuff. You know, it's fun. It's fun. It doesn't have a texture on it. This does. I'm just gonna delete this as we don't actually need it. So alright. Here's the plane. I've deleted some things. I might have to put them back, but I can do that. So here is the gun. Yeah. It's a gun. Yeah, you know, guns do gun things. These things represent hard points. Another thing, I didn't make this model. Model goes to the guy who names himself F26 in Discord. I know, confusing. This is entirely by him. So these pylons are actually not a separate object, meaning later on I'm gonna have to try and make it so, or I could request him to change that. Here we got the engines. Engines, obviously, again, they're not a separate object, so that... Well, the engine fans are their separate objects, but the engines themselves aren't. If I went to, like, the KC-49, you will see they're different things, and so that... I'll have to separate those. Don't worry about it, I'll be fine. Not currently having a mental breakdown. Here we got some flaps. They do flap things. We got the wings, and here's what you're probably most interested in, the cockpit. So as you can see, center stick only, center stick superior, crotch stick, you know, ejector seat, buttons, switches, MFDs. I'm gonna have to code the MFDs, that's gonna kill me, I bet. And bobblehead. Anyways, also collimated HUD. That's a thing I'm gonna have to deal with. I have no idea how this even works. I just put it down. When we get in game, you're gonna see that everything's going to be what the fuck with the HUD. So what I can do with the HUD is I can build it, right? Did I say the HUD? I did. I did not mean to open this into Unity. Bye. Don't save. Game object. Oh no, assets. So we're building the asset bundles. And then here, I'm just gonna make sure I built this. I did it. Okay. So here, I'm just gonna put the DLLs and stuff in. While we wait for Unity, let's pull up a checklist. Wow, I really can't do that. God dang. Where did the checklist go? There it is. So, here's basically everything I need to do. So, here's the done stuff. If they work correctly, the missing stuff. Now I'll need to do things I wish from other flash pump. Wait. Yeah. And then weapon management, and then these are the things I need to get done, which isn't all that much from what I remember. But it's still too much. Flight is... I don't know how to do curves, so that's gonna be a problem. Still waiting for the thing to import. This is fun. Wow. God. So another thing, when projects get really complicated, like you see when I built the DLL, it took me like half a second. But when they get like up to like gigabytes in files, you know, gigabytes in size, it's gonna take hours to build. I'm not saying that this is gonna ever get that high. If it does, it's something has gone wrong. Did it... Unity? Wow, that didn't fucking work. Oh, what? Please. Please. Oh, hey, there it is. So, what we're gonna do is we take the assets. What? Oh, okay, I see. That's okay. So let me just explain all these files, okay? So the A15, this is the model. Okay, this is just what we're gonna assign the game object to. The assets is like the thing with all the scripts in it. I'm pretty sure. I'm probably shouldn't explain this. I don't know what I'm talking about. Never mind. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these manifest files. We're gonna delete them because we don't need them. That might be a really bad idea, but still. And now we can finally get in game. Let's see how this works. So if we just do a free flight, wait for Steam launch. This can close. So let's keep this because I'm gonna work on this later. Is OBS still recording? Wow, that's not trippy. I guess I know it's OBS. Stops. Okay. Alright, that happens sometimes, because of course it does. Woo. Don't you just love modding? Oh, there we go. Asset bundle loaded, guys. We did it. Wow. Woo. Alright. So there's two things that can happen. One, this thing's gonna fly across the map. Two, it's gonna spawn in the fucking sky. Wow, that's great. Hey look, my body's dead. So this is what happens when you instantate it. The HUD... Wait, what? The HUD didn't spawn. I mean, I'm still gonna go, no! Did the HUD work? Holy shit. I'm about to cry. The HUD worked. Wow. Yeah. So yeah, this is basically my progress right now. No idea if I'm going to release this, but... Woo, planes!